lands on them all.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
And like, they didn't show him climbing up at all. They just showed him swinging and jumping off, which was great camera work, because when it comes out of nowhere, that's the best.
Direction.
Yes.
Great direction there.
Yeah, and I think that was my favorite
Kevin
spot in the
nod.
match. The other really good spot, Otis kept trying to get his hands on Dolph Ziggler and failing. And at one point, he finally gets the chance, and Dolph is up against the bulletproof fiberglass of one of the pods. And Otis charges him. Dolph jumps out of the way, and he goes through the pod and then through the back wall of the pod out to ringside. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Go through two of them. Why not? And it looked really good. And the story they told in the ring with all this Mandy Rose stuff, if you're not watching, it doesn't mean anything to you. But if you are watching, it's probably the best storyline they have going right now. It was really good. And it came down to the New Day, the Usos, and Miz and Morrison, like anyone would expect and want.
Yep.
For a moment, the New Day and Usos worked together against Miz and Morrison, and then they stopped working together, and Miz and Morrison picked up a Healy win.
We like it.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like your typical Elimination Chamber. You got your spots. Everybody gets their spots in, and then you whittle it down, and then you have the actual match, and then things happen.
Yep. So that's that. Now back to not really talking about anything.
Yeah, we had the no DQ match, which is about the second match that I was really interested in seeing. Aleister Black defeated AJ Styles, as we both predicted.
With a little help from The Undertaker.
Yeah, that's right. I did read that The Undertaker came in and did something.
He got rid of Gallows and Anderson, and then
choke slammed him or last righted him.
It was not a last ride. I don't think Taker's doing anything more than a choke slam anymore.
Yeah. It's probably good.
Yeah. And then Aleister Black was able to pick up the win. The cool thing here was the lights went out, the bell rang, the lights came on, he was in the ring, he did his thing. The lights went out, the bell rang, the lights came on, he was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woohoo! Then we had the Raw Tag Team Championships. Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, and Montez Ford defeating Seth Rollins and Murphy. Don't call him Buddy.
Nobody, buddy.
Yeah. They were already champions, and I did not know this going into it. But that's cool. I'm glad. I like those guys.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. Then we had the 3-on-1 handicap intercontinental match, which I don't know what the rules were supposed to be. The team of Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro defeated Braun Strowman. I think in the little bit I seen, I didn't read up on it or something, Sami Zayn got the pin, so Sami Zayn is the Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah, they announced that rule at the beginning of the pay-per-view, so it was kind of a last minute.
So it's a fatal four-way.
Essentially, but it was still the three of them working against one person. But yeah, it's a fatal four-way.
Yeah, because then whoever's going for a pin, the other one's going to stop them. And I mean, that's just a fatal four-way. Whatever.
Except nobody stopped Sami Zayn from getting the pin. And now he's the champion, which is exactly what I wanted.
That's cool. I don't like the way they did the match, but obviously they're not targeting me because I'm not watching the show, right. So it doesn't fucking matter to them and it doesn't fucking matter to me. But that's my opinion. I don't like the way that's done.
Yeah.
We've seen it before. It's not something new. It's something we don't see a lot of, but it's not new. But I don't like
Zayn as a champion with Nakamura and Cesaro backing him is really good, and it's even better when the faction dissolves. That triple threat match is going to be fire.
Also, they got a kind of a faction going on.
Yeah. He was their manager for the longest time, and now he's got the championship, so he's finally wrestling again.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
really?
When that dissolves, it's going to be so good.
Yeah, because the first Sami Zayn Shinsuke Nakamura match we've seen in NXT was just fire. We're never going to see nothing like that on the main roster, at all. But still awesome. I like it.
Oh, then we have the Raw Women's #1 Contender Elimination Chamber match. Winner maybe goes on to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania if it happens. And Shayna Baszler pulled it out, defeating everyone. Natalya, Liv Morgan, Asuka, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan.
I like the story that was told there.
Yes, she entered 4th from what I had heard. And just systematically eliminated everyone, with Liv Morgan being the last one out of a pod.
I don't think we've had that happen before.
Nope, that's the first time in history.
Okay. I'm sure they made sure to tell us that.
Oh, they did.
But I like it. You can't do it a lot. And you can't do it with somebody like a Roman Reigns or John Cena that is being shoved down people's throat. And maybe Shayna Baszler is. I don't know, but Baszler's legit. She's like Brock Lesnar. Even if you think, well, I don't know that you think you see too much of Brock Lesnar. I think the opposite, as you said, not enough. But you can't deny it. Whenever they come in and they win, and whenever they come in and they just completely decimate or own somebody, it's like maybe you don't like that, but it's legit. You can see it. You can be like, okay, I understand. Brock Lesnar, destroying Ricochet. Nobody wanted to see that happen, but at the end of the day, you're like, I understand. I get it.
And I mean, you got to build Baszler as the machine that's going to take down the man, right? Possibly, if it happens. It might not.
And with that, Paystee came out to you 5, me 4. Paystee won this pay-per-view. Second one this year.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the best match of the night was the one I watched.
That's not a hard one to pick, huh?
Yeah, and for a grade, Fat Mack wrote Z. I guess we can go with that because it's an incomplete anyways.
Right.
So maybe Z's will just be our incompletes. Like, wasn't even worth.
We just wanted to sleep through it, or did.
Yep. Fair enough. And with that, folks, it is time. Time, you say? Yes, time. For everyone's favorite segment, the Savage Sentinel. Let's break it on down.
Break it down.
Coming in at the top. Did you want me to get this one?
Sure.
Okay, sir. Mars, Wrigley, and Snickers are almost synonymous with WWE nowadays, as they have been a long-term sponsor of the company for almost a decade. And it seems that sponsorship will continue through 2020. The expanded partnership will include 3 pieces of custom creative featuring WWE superstars promoting the new Snickers Fix the World campaign.
Fix it. It's sick.
Fix it. With Snickers. It's going to do it.
You're not yourself when you have Corona. Have a Snickers.
It's the cure. The spots will begin airing during Monday Night Raw on USA Network and Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, with the third spot during WrestleMania on WWE Network. As a matter of fact, this will be the 5th consecutive year that Snickers will be the primary sponsor of WrestleMania. So sweet. Too sweet.
Oh, that's awesome. It's great stuff. No, this is huge for WWE to have a major corporation company sponsor like this. That's, Mars Wrigley Snickers is everybody. I mean, you got kids, you got adults, you got teenagers. It's a plus. It's a plus for you. You can't go wrong.
It's really sad that KFC is not brought up in this at all, because KFC has been right up there with all of them. And Mountain Dew Kickstart. Can't have my pre-show without some Kickstart. Yum, yum.
Well, they didn't just sign a new contract. Plus, they haven't been a primary sponsor of WrestleMania, at least not recently.
They've done a lot of stuff with KFC.
They did, and we like to forget most of the commercials.
Except for Dolph Ziggler as the Colonel. Dolph Ziggler as the Colonel was the best.
That was good. We liked
Shawn
that.
Michaels as the Colonel was pretty good, too.
I don't know.
Kevin Owens should be the Colonel.
Some other positive news. Triple H was presented with the Arnold Classic Lifetime Achievement Award by Arnold Schwarzenegger in Columbus, Ohio on Saturday. He was honored with the award during the finals of the Arnold Classic, which is probably the most prestigious, biggest bodybuilding championship, maybe world. I don't know what bodybuilding is. That's the only one I know of, so we're going to go with that. The Lifetime Achievement Award is given to an individual who has made notable contributions to the fitness industry. And Triple H is quite the bodybuilder, and he obviously promotes bodybuilding, and good for him. Good for him. I think this is an award I'm okay with Triple H winning. I think he deserves it. I think I'm all right with it.
You deserve it. Clap, 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 clap. That's got to be a button I can press, too. We'll get it there dialed in, folks, every week. We try to add more.
Buttons.
Yes.
Get the buttons.
Then there's the problem of there's only 9 buttons. Like, they should give us more buttons. Can we pay more for more buttons?
Come on.
Oh, boy. You know, we've talked about this in the past, and it's coming right on back around, Fat Mack. Of course,
it is.
A couple months after we reported a retirement fund for firefighters suing the WWE over the XFL impacting their stock holdings, another retirement fund for firefighters has sued WWE, stemming from concern related to the fund's holding of WWE stock. Robbins Geller Rudman and Dowd LLP announced a class action suit. Endowed. He's endowed. They announced a class action lawsuit against WWE over its relationship with Saudi Arabia and recent moves at the top that caused the stock to plummet, according to the Business Wire.
The business.
He strikes again.
Mm-hmm.
The complaint alleges WWE made false and misleading statements and or failed to disclose adverse information regarding WWE's business and operations. Specifically, defendants failed to disclose that WWE was experiencing rising tension with the Saudi government and a breakdown in negotiations over renewed broadcasting distribution deal. That the Saudi government and its affiliates had failed to make millions of dollars in payments owed to WWE pursuant to existing contractual commitments between the parties. Jesus Christ.
Take a breath, take a drink of water.
What a complaint. Ain't got water, got whiskey, folks. Isanti Spirits, straight rye whiskey, made and bottled not 20 minutes away from my home.
Yummy.
It's not good, but it's Isanti. And if you know Isanti, you should have fucking expected it. It's cheap. Get some. Oh, back to the news. The contractual commitments between the parties caused Vince McMahon to cut the live feed until the two sides worked things out. Then on January 30th, 2020, WWE revealed that 2 of its longest-serving senior executives, defendants George A. Barrios and Michelle D. Wilson, had been ousted. Shortly thereafter, on February 6th, 2020, WWE again disclosed disappointing financial performance due to its failure to secure a favorable broadcasting deal with the Saudis, and revealed that the Saudi media rights deal would not be included in the company's financial forecasting. As a result of these disclosures, the price of WWE Class A common stock plummeted from class period high of more than $100 per share to as low as $40.24 per share on February 6, 2020, representing a 60% share price decline.
That's massive.
Yes.
That's millions and millions and
Why
millions.
are firefighters investing in WWE stock so much? There's other things.
So, Yeah, this is the second one now since I think it was December was the last one that they had, and that was the whole XFL deal as you mentioned. So WWE, they like being a publicly traded company, but sometimes Vince